The cicadas, or the 17-year locust, John Bartram is one of the first scientists to really observe and write about the sequence, and he particularly writes about, I think, 2 or maybe 3 of the annual 17-year cycles about how many of these insects appear. And yeah, he calls them locusts, although they knew they were actually cicadas. I think they also occur in Europe, in Italy. Bartram sent specimens on multiple years to various scientists in London. One of his letters gets published in the Transactions of the Royal Society with his descriptions of the 17-year locust. Locust as a word, I think it comes out of this concept from the Old Testament of a plague. And the locusts in the Old Testament aren't even the same insect. They're some kind of grasshopper, probably. In the biblical locusts, grasshoppers would eat grain crops. They would eat wheat or barley and decimate fields, which would mean a village would starve because they lost all their wheat. So they were a real danger. These American locusts or cicadas don't really eat that much when they come up. They actually may eat almost nothing, and I think Bartram may even say that. They mostly come out of the ground to mate, and then they lay eggs in tree branches, which then hatch and crawl down to the ground and live underground, eating grubs and roots and material in the ground for 17 years until they come up again for a brief period to mate. So even though there's so many of them, they're not really a harm to plants or humans or anything. They're just kind of an exuberant reproduction of nature. He was quite observant about insects. Again, it's just another clear example that the Bartram family were really very dedicated natural scientists who noticed every small little detail in the world around them. And to some extent, their life is outside. I mean, they're outside on their farm, they're outside planting in the garden, so they would notice every bird arrival. They'd notice every turtle and frog, the sounds of the different frogs in the spring, in a way that, for very few people nowadays get that experience of being able to work outside at one location for months or years at a time.